Today we are going to analyze the impact of the Saudi-Iranian Rapprochement on Middle Eastern conflicts. On the 10th of March 2023, representatives of Iran and Saudi Arabia, who had been meeting secretly for 5 days in the Chinese capital Beijing, announced a Chinese-sponsored agreement to restore diplomatic relations between the two countries. Tensions between the regional rivals date back more than 4 decades, persisting at lower levels through an earlier period of détente in the 1990s and then heightening in the past 2 decades. Riyadh formally severed ties with Tehran 7 years ago. The joint trilateral statement issued by the 3 countries reflects a geopolitical shift that will see China assume a larger role in a region where the United States has long been dominant remains uncertain. An important question is how far China will manage Middle Eastern conflicts. Beyond improving bilateral relations, the agreement may also help lessen tensions in the broader Gulf region. If all goes well, it could reduce the intense hostility that has existed between the two countries for the better part of a decade. Relations between Gulf Arab countries and Iran had already improved significantly over the last 2 years. All the Gulf Arab countries, except Oman, then downgraded or cut ties with Iran. Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain supported U.S. President Donald Trump's maximum pressure campaign, which included over 1,500 new sanctions and belligerent rhetoric, all aimed at isolating and weakening Iran. The real test of this deal's success rests upon both sides to stop interfering in the domestic politics of countries across the region. Riyadh has long complained about Iranian support for militant groups across the region. The deal could also help open the door to a security dialogue among the Gulf Arab states, Iran and Iraq. The Saudi-Iranian deal has the potential to lower tensions in Iraq. Iran is the bigger of the two. Its border with Iraq is twice as long as Saudi Arabia's, and it enjoys close religious, economic and cultural ties with many Iraqis. While Saudi Arabia has not been party to the conflict that has pitted Iran-backed paramilitaries against the U.S., it has found the overall security situation threatening to its interests. The situation for Israel in the region doesn't look good. Israel's political leadership across the board sees Iran, especially its nuclear program, as the main strategic threat to the Jewish state. A growing sense of isolation could push Israeli leaders to ratchet up their threats to act against Iran's nuclear program. Israel's long-standing effort to confront Iran and to undermine the 2015 nuclear deal has backfired, as contributed to Iranian decision to move even closer to acquiring nuclear weapons capability. The Saudi-Iranian rivalry has been a major hurdle to forging a compromise in Lebanon that would allow the country's political elites to meaningfully address the devastating crisis that has ravaged its economy since late 2019. The Iran-Saudi deal comes 3 years into the longest ceasefire in Syria's civil war. In reality, the Iranian-Saudi deal looks as though it may speed up normalization of relations between the Syrian regime and some Arab governments. The Saudi-Iranian deal coincided with the 8th anniversary of a Saudi-led coalition's military intervention in Yemen to dislodge the insurgent group Ansar Allah, better known as the Houthis, which enjoys Iranian support. The campaign turned out to be an expensive failure for Saudi Arabia. It achieved neither of its declared goals, defeating the Houthis and restoring the government of Abd Rabbo Mansur Hadi. Thanks for watching.